You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, one of the biggest stories here on this channel in 2024 was the Blair Fleming situation that happened last year during NCAA volleyball. Now, Blair Fleming is a male that played volleyball for, who was it, San Jose State. Yeah. And by the way, the girls weren't even informed that Blair Fleming was actually a male. I believe they hid that fact for like a year or so, if I'm not mistaken. Bunch of controversy. Sit schools said, nah, we're going to forfeit. We're not going to play against a male. And when it came to the conference tournament, San Jose State University, they didn't win. I mean, guys, a lot of their victories just came via forfeit. If you take the forfeits out of the equation, this team is like, I believe, mediocre 6-6 on the season in actual games they played. They ended up in the championship match because the other teams forfeited. Yeah, but when they actually did play women, they lost. And I believe, guys, an investigation definitely needs to be put in to see exactly what happened over there at San Jose State University, because they lied to a bunch of people. They lied about Blair Fleming being a male. And once the women actually found out, these other schools said, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. I mean, this is astonishing, guys. Now, we got another story here that's actually connected to San Jose State University. Because, folks, it seems like UC Davis was plotting a collusion with San Jose State University to actually put a transgender on one of their sports teams. Now, we don't know exactly what sport it was, but UC Davis knew that San Jose State had a transgender, so they reached out to San Jose State. Yeah, they were actually going to put a transgender on a team. Now, honestly, guys, I don't know if they actually did it or not. I can't tell you. But they reached out to San Jose State University, and San Jose State was happy to help out. Yeah, in other words, guys, a female was actually going to lose a spot on a team at UC Davis because UC Davis wanted a male. Now, I'm assuming it's a male. They don't actually say if it's actually a male or a female, but it doesn't matter. We only seen this thing go one way, males and female sports. Okay. So let's go ahead, guys, and get into this. Right over here on Outkick, UC Davis asked San Jose State about best way to bring trans athlete onto team. Yeah. A member of the UC Davis athletics department asked a San Jose State University athletics official about the best way to bring a transgender athlete onto one of their teams. According to the documents obtained by Outkick through a public records request, Melissa Hughes, Associate Athletics Director at UC Davis, emailed Laura Alexander, Senior Associate Athletic Director at San Jose State University, inquiring about a potential transgender student athlete at UC Davis. Quote, "We have a prospective student athlete who is transgender, and I was told you have a current student athlete who is transgender," Hughes wrote in an email sent on September 16, 2024. Quote, "Primarily, I would like to know what you may have done with respect to education and counseling leading up to the student athlete coming on board." The current athlete at SJSU to whom Hughes was referring in an email was Blair Fleming, the biological male who identified as a woman and competed on the San Jose State women's volleyball team last season. And that's the picture right there of, I believe his actual real birth name is actually Brayton. Yeah. Now going by Blair Fleming. Fleming's inclusion on the SJSU team ignited a national controversy as 5 schools canceled a total of 8 volleyball matches during the 2024 NCAA women's volleyball season, including a stunning forfeit in the Mountain West tournament semifinal by Boise State. Yeah, Boise State, I believe, is one of the schools that actually forfeited twice. Alexander responded to Hughes' email and said she was, quote, happy to chat, and provided a phone number to Hughes. Outkick reached out to Alexander to confirm whether the conversation took place and what was discussed, but she did not respond to our request. It's unclear which sport this transgender athlete would potentially compete in, or if UC Davis has continued to pursue the athlete following the NCAA's change in guidelines surrounding transgender athletes in women's sports. Yeah, if they're still pursuing this transgender, that is going to violate not only the NCAA rules, but federal law. It's going to violate Title IX. I mean, this is really, really getting out of hand, guys. And why do I have the feeling, though, that UC Davis is probably still out there trying to put males in female sports? Because think of this here. Usually the results are pretty good for the school that actually has a male on the team. I mean, not so much for San Jose State University, but usually this works out in favor of the team with the male on the team. It's completely unfair, guys. It is completely unfair. It does go on here. It says it's unclear if the athlete is a biological male who is attempting to join a women's team, but it's fair to assume that given that no biological women are currently occupying spots on men's teams. Yeah, funny how that works, right? Yeah. Outkick reached out to UC Davis for answers to those questions, but the school didn't return a request for comment. Outkick also reached out to Melissa Hughes directly, but she did not respond to a text message. According to the new NCAA policy, biological males are not permitted to compete in women's sports. UC Davis is a member of the NCAA's Division I and competes in the Big West Conference. The NCAA implemented the policy in 2025 after President Donald Trump signed an executive order banning males from women's sports. I highly recommend to UC Davis. Now, you wrote this email back before Trump was in office, back before the NCAA changed its rules. I hope that you are not trying to circumvent the rules. You remember, guys, that San Jose State lied about Blair Fleming. They said, oh, this is a woman right here. This ain't a transgender. This is a woman. And then the truth comes out that, nah, this is actually a male. This is one of these quote unquote transgenders. They lied about it. They lied about it. So I'm wondering, folks, what is that communication between the two schools? Is UC Davis, I'm just asking questions, guys. Is UC Davis trying to circumvent the rules? I'm very curious about that. Or maybe, just maybe, they dropped everything once the NCAA said, nah, we can't have any of this. Well, there you have it, guys. Hopefully UC Davis, they have put a stop to this. I don't know for sure. But if they're still pursuing this, they could be in some major, major trouble. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.